how are you guys doing today? My name is Anima, and today we have for you a post-commentated Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battle for your viewing pleasure! Isn't the word pleasure just so pleasurable? Anyway, before that gets weird, this time we're fighting Jean-Paul! I have fought him before, I do believe, in another tier. Maybe it was RU. I'm not completely sure, but it was a pretty sizzling game. Maybe it was NU. I always get NU and RU mixed up. Anyway, his Twitter link will be in the description down below, as well as his YouTube channel if he has one. You might hear it in my voice, I'm still slightly ill. It's that annoying kind of cold that just clings and clings and clings, but doesn't really do an awful lot, apart from making my eye water, which makes it look like I'm randomly breaking into sobbing every time anything happens, so... Oh look, a bottle lid. See what I mean? It's awkward. There will be a question of the day at the end of the video, so stick around for that. I'd love to hear your answer. I'll remind you that the like button is a thing that exists. What you do with this information at the end of the video after watching is completely up to you. Or you can be a complete and utter rebel and hit that like button right now, right on the ass. Go on, it'll love you for it. By the way, I'm wearing a cap. I never wear caps. This was bought for $2 fucking at Walgreens. Walgreens! I love Walgreens. England doesn't have Walgreens. We need it. Anyway, I've chatted your ear off and the battle hasn't even started. Let's hit play. And you'll see precisely what I saw. So, Jean-Paul issuing that challenge. We've got Bandicam recording now, so it looks crisp as hell. Way better than OBS, but more prone to glitching. Oh my god, the life of a YouTuber. I keep breaking the fourth wall, but it's because I want to share things with you. Anyway, so my opponent leads with Shuckle. Now, I don't want to fuckle with Shuckle, but I am going to set up an SD, so I suppose I am fuckling with Shuckling. By the way, this team was given to me by the wonderful Roberto, otherwise known as Buzz Lightyear HD. I love this team. I really do. I really do. So, thank you, Buzz. He is going to set up the Sticky Web as I go for a +2 Life Orb Aqua Jet. It's a weak move, and Keldeo's physical stat isn't that good, even with the Swords Dance boosting it, so it's not going to do, like, bazillions of damage. Unless the calc didn't show me Resolute stats, in which case the attack stat might be good, but when I saw it, it was only like 78. So Shuckle is going to go down. It was a 2-hit KO, thankfully. After getting the Sticky Web and Stealth Rocks up on my side of the field. This is bollocks, but I do have Tentacruel who can spin that shit away. So my opponent is going to make a great play here. Going to go into Scott Bachelor, bait me into going for the Aqua Jet, and is then going to switch into Mandibuzz, who is holding the Rocky Helmet. So I'm going to do absolute nothing to this thing while taking Rocky Helmet and my Life Orb, so I'm half dead already, but I kind of expected my opponent to expect me to switch out, so I just went for it, went for another Swords Dance. Plus I knew I couldn't kill this thing with like, maybe I couldn't kill it with a close combat, I don't really know. Anyway, I just die. I probably could have killed it with a close combat. I don't know, I probably made the wrong play. Anyway, I do get destroyed by a foul play, and that sucks. That really does. Maybe if I hadn't SD'd, it wouldn't have killed me. But we do go into Megan Fox. I did expect him to expect me to go for a Rapid Spin, so I went for a Scald predicting the Chandelure, but he does actually make the right play, goes into Hitmontop, but he does catch the burn. Megan Fox is pissed lately, just been landing burns left, right, and center. It's ridiculous. So this thing seems to me to be especially defensive, as it took that burn incredibly well. I don't really have any especially offensive investment, but still, you know, it took it entirely too well. But Hitmontop does have good special defense, so that does kind of make sense. He goes to the Bulk Up, and this would be scary if I didn't get the burn on him, and if he wasn't so clearly specially defensive. So we're going to go for the Rapid Spin now, get rid of that stuff. I didn't expect him to go into Chandelure, and now we don't have the Web or the Rocks, so my Talonflame is safe, and I can just kind of bitch everything, really. So, this thing is going to get a bit of HP with its leftovers. I'm going to get my Black Sludge. Megan Fox just being a weird bitch at the moment, and this part of the Hitmontop is just going to get burnt to death. We are actually going to switch out right now. Megan Fox doesn't want to look at this pointy thing anymore. It's a bit intimidating. And we're going to go into Flossie, the beautiful, gorgeous 8 Orifist. No. It'd be more like 9. 10? I don't know. Creature. She's a babe. As my opponent goes for another Bulk Up. So, Right now his attack is kinda just back to normal, so I'm still not that scared, so it's kind of okay. I decided here to just go for the roar, because I thought my opponent would like attack or switch. Oh no, I messed up. I hate it when I commentate wrong. I go for the stealth rocks here. Oh, it's so annoying, isn't it? Those of you who commentate over battles, and it's so annoying when you make a mistake like that. Ugh, it's just so annoying. Anyway, we go for the stealth rocks is what happens as my opponent mark punches. This doesn't do any damage at all. So now I expect my opponent to switch out, which my opponent does. And this time I go for the roar. So out comes Scott Batchelor, the Gliscor, and I don't know if this thing is poison heal or not, because it's never out like at the end of a turn on the field. So we do roar him out back into Hitmontop, and this is just like this is just not a matchup either of us particularly want or care about. So this thing is just going to continue to dance around, and I'm going to continue to stare at it with my big fucking hippo. And I think right now I'm just going to go straight for the roar again, because this thing cannot touch me, and if I can just get roar and stealth rock damage all across the team, that would be that would just be delicious. So he actually goes for the thief. This isn't going to do anything because we're both holding items, so he's not going to be able to steal anything from me. But very tragically, I roar him out into Gardevoir, and oh my god, this thing is such a threat. Such a humongous threat. I do not want to switch into my Tentacle, because I think if I were him, I would have probably gone for a Psy Shock predicting Tentacle. But he is actually going to make the correct play, just go straight for the Hyper Voice. Did you see that damage? Oh my god. What the fuck? It did so much damage. I chose to stay in, yes, hoping for the Psy Shot, because that would hit me on my defensive side and wouldn't do as much. We do just go for the EQ for damage. We can't get O-code by pretty much anything because we're Flossie and we're just a massive beast. I do decide to let Flossie go here to the next Hyper Voice and switch into the mighty Talonfoof. So I did expect him to be scared out by the potential Brave Bird and switch into the Gligar or the Mandibuzz, and I go into Mufasa. I was more or less expecting the Gligar. Gligar or the Gliscor. I don't really know why. Mandibuzz makes a lot more sense, but the Mandibuzz does come in, and I'm out here with Mufasa, my expert belted Mufasa, going for the Ice Beam. Super effective, it's wonderful. I didn't realize at the time that this was a critical hit, which may have mattered because I have seen Mandibuzz take all kinds of hits, but the way he brought it in does suggest it was physically defensive as it was coming in against the Talonflame. So out comes Chandelure. I do not want to take a Shadow Ball to the face, that would suck many a dick. So I'm going to switch into Megan Fox, expecting the Shadow Ball and not really knowing what to do with this situation. But my opponent goes to the trick, and this is the best possible situation that could even happen because I obtained the Choice Scarf. I now pretty much outspeed the Chandelure, and yes, I did not expect this at all. And he has my Black Sludge, which means he's going to be taking a bit of damage every turn. It's brilliant. So he makes the correct play, goes into Hitmontop, pretty much just to sack it and not let anything get mutilated by the Scald. But this Scald really isn't going to do an awful lot at all. Definitely especially defensive, this thing, or if it's not, then tell me your secrets. It's going to take some burn damage, and now he's going to make a play that kind of confused me a bit. He goes to the Bullet Punch, which isn't Stab, and Bullet Punch and Mach Punch is resisted. Maybe expected to switch into Mew, I'm not completely sure, but either way it doesn't do anything, and we're going to take this thing out with a Scald. So down goes the Hitmontop, finally, the damn thing just surviving and bulking up and just being a pain in my ass. So out comes this Gardevoir, and my plan here, basically, I'm just trying to sack Megan. So we're just going to go for the Scald. It's not going to kill. He felt safe bringing in Gardevoir and Megan because I don't have access to my poison type moves because I'm locked in, but he does go for the Will-O-Wisp and misses, so he obviously predicted a switch there, and we are able to take him out with the following Scald. So out comes the Chandelure, and we're just we're like hello again, old friend. And we're gonna go for the Scald now. It's speeding and just destroying. Which is just, it's just crazy, really. Oh my goodness. I did not expect this at all. So out comes Scott Batchelor, and I'm just gonna, you know, just stay in and keep scalding until my face falls off. And I really wanted to burn this thing just because it's fascinating to get statuses on Gliscors that isn't poison. So he is actually gonna confuse me again and go for the fling here. I'm not gonna get poisoned by this, of course, because I'm poison type, and I will never find out if this thing was poison heal, ever. But it seems to me that because he's fling, he's probably acrobatics or something like that, and so that play would have actually made sense, so yes! Anyway, good game, Jean-Paul. Thank you so much for the battle. As I said at the beginning, your Twitter link and so on will be in the description down below. Okay, would you rather have a wrestling match with an octopus, just a small one, you won't die, but it'll probably be uncomfortable, or get tickled inappropriately by a dolphin? Okay, that's today's question of the day. I just kind of thought of sea creatures, and I thought, why not ask everybody if they'd like to get molested by a dolphin? So, me personally, I don't know. If the dolphin, if it just ends at molestation, I can deal with that. Like, I really can. Dolphins do get excited, and they try to hump you, apparently. I don't have first-hand experience. I have not been touched by the sea, as it were. I don't want to fight an octopus because they are the Bay's favourite animal, so no. I'd probably rather get inappropriately fondled by a dolphin. How far can it really go? I mean, you can swim away, right? I don't know. I, the maker of this question, do not know how it will pan out. Anyway, folks, sorry my voice is gone weird. I have a sweet in my mouth to help me with my sore throat because I actually had a massive coughing fit halfway through the recording. I hope this bloody goes away because it's really annoying. My goodness. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon, my friends. New Wi-Fi battle will go up the day after tomorrow. Bye-bye!